Alright, I'm back. Let's continue. Actually, I'm pretty anxious and nervous right now. Can't really shake it. The music doesn't help. I mislike the look of this. Yeah, you're not the only one. Judging from the crowd, something is afoot. I saw naught out of the ordinary. Does anyone know what caused it? Milady? What have we here? Excuse me, has something happened inside Petisis? Mistress Venat, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded and Catis is put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes is doing, obviously. And what does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic is draped over the entire facility, usually in its response to escaped entities and the like. Catis's scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. And consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, and must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I wonder what other obstacle he has seen fit to drop in our path. With that enfeebling spell in place, we're not like to be at our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I have little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You were fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations! You all need only make the most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. I was once Asm, after all. It was my job to rise to the occasion, be that as defender, aggressor, or healer. All-rounder. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, Emetzel, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel that power in a protective manner if you so choose, yes? Eh? Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent. That should cover us on all fronts. This is gonna be our party then, huh? For this dungeon? Good. Your tale led us here, Leon, so 'tis only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Meteon. And then we will face the future together. Right. Petisis Hyperborea. A little party. From the moment we met you, our visit has devolved into a never-ending series of complications and irritations. In spite of this, I have gained one useful thing. An awareness of dynamis. To think that a power with the potential to corrupt ether had largely escaped our notice. Whether or not I believe your tale, the facts underpinning your narrative will be the source of much debate. So understand that I act not for the sake of you or your fantastical quest. My duty demands that I apprehend Meteon, and if that now means Hermes as well, then so be it. I said that Hermes was likely perched somewhere at the highest point of the facility, but reaching him will be no mean feat. To put it simply, Catis's Hyperborea contains a multitude of vast spaces linked together at the seams, meaning the interior is far more massive than even this grand structure might otherwise suggest. But even a colossal facility filled top to bottom with savage creations will not stop you. Not with Venon and itself at your side. And I will be there too, of course, cheering you on. Great! Bleak as the contents of Meteon's report might be, many could hear it and remain content with their lives. But not Hermes. For him, the veneer of perfection has long been cracked, and it was to the distant heavens he looked for the means to repair it. I understand his anguish after a fashion. My own refusal to return is in opposition to the world's established order. Yet for me, the imperfections only enhance the fragile beauty of our star. I will fight to see it delivered from destruction, warts and all. Yeah, I think I talked about this on stream before, right? The beauty and imperfection. They called it, they have a word for it in Japan, I think. Shit, I can't remember it right now. It's such a simple word too, I have to look it up now. But finding beauty in imperfections, rather than just conforming to the established beauty standards, whether it's about people or things, basically. The most extensive facility in Elpis, Catesis Hyperborea is the sprawling complex of magically simulated environs. Concepts awaiting evaluation are brought here for the last stages of observation, and upon meeting the appropriate criteria, are finally released into the world at large. Determined not to surrender Meteon, it is within this facility that Hermes has taken refuge, and you and your companions must find and confront him if you are to shed light upon the truths of the final days. Indeed. Oh, our only party. 2 all-rounders. The 3rd seat, I like that. And the Soul Seer, a bard. Great. What do they say when we add them?
Can scarcely contain my excitement.
Can scarcely contain my anxiety, he says.
Let's get this over with.
Come, let us be off.
Alright, I wanted to hear that at least once. See what they all say. Alright, we're going in. Oh, this dungeon! Yeah, we saw a little bit of it in, well, a picture or two from, the live letter before Endwalker was released. I forgot about it. I recognize the tower amongst the snow-covered, landscape. Alright, let's rock.
Please, turn back, else I might be forced to.
Aye, a right bother this is going to be. Seems he's determined to protect Meteon. Yeah. Have you ever wondered whether your creation is a beneficial existence to the star? Wonder no more, for at Catesis Hyperborea our mission is to determine the answer. From temperate plains to tropical jungles, from smoldering volcanoes to frozen fields, we put creations to the proof in a wide range of meticulously recreated environments. Will your creation be able to survive in a wider world, or will it threaten the survival of other species? The answers to such questions and more our highly trained staff will uncover. Nice, a guide to Catesis Hyperborea. I like it. Fuck, alright. I want to see if there's something on the other side, but I'll have to wait. This is Seos Leon. Great, he's got my name. The lines, anyway. Alright, let me go back and see if there was anything else on the other side. I doubt it though. Nope. Let's go. I'm not entirely useless, it says. I like his bow though. Nice. So let's make our way through the frozen sphere. I think we'll be visiting every area at this point. At least once.
Stand firm.
Oh dear, this fellow seems disinclined to let us pass. And we have no choice but to force our way. Hey! Nice FFA reference. I like that. Oh, here comes the banger. Oh, an impressive concealment ability. You're seriously trying to hide from us. But the power of ice could be used this way. Shame about something, I didn't see what she said. Oh, please. Alas, it's no use on us. No, not you guys. I had no idea where the fuck he was gonna pop out.
Out of my way.
Wasting my fight or flight, great. It's trying to confuse us. How the hell are you supposed to know?
Have a taste.
I'm not entirely useless. I see you.
The tracks? I think I got it. Tracks in the snow. Clever bastard. Yeah, that's what it was. May you find peace in the ethereal sea. Come, your cousin Terry. Yeah. Oh, there. Oof.
Surprise, motherfucker!
I see you.
Avast you.
My way.
Oops. That was the wrong fucking button.
Stay away!
Easy, Hermes. Nobody wants to hurt you or me, right? We just want to fuck. He's basically like monk a gun right now. Stay away. What is that buff anyway? True stone skin. Liquefied flesh is absorbing damage. I guess even though I don't have to level up, you know, why not, right?
I see
Yeah.
you opening.
An observation journal. According to Mistress Lisa, her creation is based on a concept for a bipedal wolf. And indeed, it is impressively manlike in its gait. It is also highly intelligent, as is evidenced by its ability to employ tools, while the gleam in its eyes gives the impression that it comprehends our words. If this proves to be the case, it would be a shame that its throat isn't designed for speech. I must make mention of this in the next report. Well, that must be the one we just fought, right? We're in concept review. Okay, that makes sense. What have I missed? Oh, Hypnodeus just said, at least he has the courtesy to warn us. Hermes. Alright. Let's rock.
Have a taste.
I see you.
Absolutely fucking wrecked. Goodness me, what manner of thinking is behind this? There truly is no accounting for taste. I mean, not that bad. But you know, the body actually reminds me of something else. The head looks different. Anyway, what do I have? Pretty much everything's ready, you know? Alright. I'll deal with that. And of course I didn't wait for Inhale.
Have a taste.
It just felt like I should move out of there if he was facing me, so... I don't know. It felt right.
I see you.
Out my way.
I'm not entirely
Hide in the ether.
I didn't see that coming.
I'm not entirely
What the fuck is going on, man? Too much is happening at once. So that's his kill. Alright. The inflated heads. I get it.
Have a taste.
A pass for Constitution, but a fail for Intelligence. If its concept is submitted, I will be certain to reject it. Okay then. Whew. This little day is bringing down the hammer. Damn.
I cannot let you take me, Sion. Not yet.
Have a taste.
I see you.
Out of my way.
We're taking Meteon whether you like it or not. That's what I myself said. Holy shit. Oh, next one. There we go. Oh, not this.
not entirely useless.
And what options do you get? Use the enemy okay. Oh, I ended up accidentally targeting her, but... Holy shit! Cosmopsis. Of course, they even had to simulate the edge of outer space. Man, I remember briefly seeing a similar view to this in real life.
I must hear their answers before they're expunged from existence.
I see you opening it. I see you.
Have a taste. Have a taste.
I see you.
Oof. Yeah, I remember, looking back at the skydiving video that I have saved, you can barely see the curvature of the Earth, and you see that little thin blue line like that. Obviously, there was too much information overload. Jumping out of a plane, there was too much going on. I couldn't fucking pay enough attention to see it when I first fell out of it, but looking back at the video, I did see it a little. I was like, oh shit! My short-term memory probably blocked it out because I was trying to deal with everything else happening. If I saw it in real life, but the curvature. Here you just see a horizon. Winged Defiance Hermes. Without the curvature, but yeah.
So, it comes to this. I've no wish to fight, but this time, I cannot yield. Though the world may think me a mad, desperate fool, I will hold fast to my conviction.
Well, you heard it here first. He wants to hear the end of that report really badly, apparently. To protect Meteon, he would go so far as to transform. So far as to make himself a villain. Yeah.
I will have the time and tranquility I require.
Have at you.
Lust and jail, gather to me! Reach this ground! Unleash your power! Dancing winds, pierce my foe! Stars on high,
shit. Too damn slow.
Out of my way.
I saw that shit.
Streams of ether. Surge as one.
I'm not entirely useless.
Stand firm.
Dancing wind. Here's my foe.
Shit.
Be gone. Stars on high. War is reign. Divine transformed. I am not finished yet.
Who? Me? You can't be serious.
By might someday, I shall decide all.
You too late, Hermes. Or Hades.
No! My power!
Jesus Christ. Let us leave the rest to him itself. Hopefully he has calmed down a little. Merry chase he let us on. You don't say. Jesus Christ. Alright. Wanted to comfort him a little.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteon into custody. And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteon, I am so sorry. With that, I could have listened to your report in full.
reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others, that they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed, and that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars? Was there a reason for living?
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased, heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own. One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity. They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live.
Can't have one without the other, yeah.
Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth. That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice. Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Etheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence. There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be beautiful. We will make our nest at the edge of the universe, and there in the dark of dead worlds hoard sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star. Such is the answer we have found in the stars, Such is the gift we now offer to Atheris.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or die? Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the Star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed.
He's just following the same logical course, isn't he?
If we ourselves are flawed, does it not stand to
There it
reason
is.
that we too should be discarded?
That is sophistry, and you know it!
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong. Who is to say that you are right? Let us settle this with a determination. In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise. If not, he will perish in the star. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos! Awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of Emmet Selk of the Convocation at Propylion. Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emmet Selk and Hithodeus. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with a burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Go, Meteon. To the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end. This ends here!
Fly, Meteor!
That is far enough, Hermes!
Argos, to me!
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with. Not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits. And no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact. And I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are, my little confluence.
Very well, then. You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. 1 remaining to execution.
Ugh. No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am. But neither can I let you escape!
Too brave by half. Exemplary work, as always, Emmett Selk.
What?
Dylan!
But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
Debated.
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping you would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate.
Of course.
Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. You suck! Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azen.
There's no time! Quickly! Even now, I do not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path.
He has to have the last word, doesn't he?
Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory alteration.
Go, Argos!
I'm fine. Just a little tired.
I didn't even realize auto scroll wasn't on. That whole thing was just on auto.
Can it be true? Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations? And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteion's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emet-Selch and his Ladeus, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
Well, what became of the others? I mean,
I'd like to know too. Let us ascertain the situation at Kutisis Hyperborea, where they should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time? Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteon, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos's accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Vinar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Vinar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress as well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Vinar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteon did, it seems he bore the brunt of it. Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld. If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Well, that explains Hades' final words then.
I doubt aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
So Hades remembered everything the minute I killed him.
Let us rest. If only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
I guess that's why he said, even if your story is true, just remember the legacy that I left you. Remember us. Hades' last words. Remember that we lived. That's it. That explains a lot of things, yeah. Explains why everything still happens as it does, like Elizabeth said. There was no changing what was going to happen. Whether we had intervened or not, basically, Meteon was going to eventually give her report and down spiral like that. And then they were going to have their memories wiped, even if I wasn't here, basically. That's why they still induct Hermes into the 14. And that's why he has no idea what the hell brings about the final days. Even though he assisted in it. So this whole thing boils down to being... Well, I had this thought during the cutscene. Basically, that's always Humanity is its own worst enemy. It all boils down to a battle against our own nihilism. Trying to find meaning in life, even if there isn't any. Trying to make it ourselves. Otherwise, succumbing to despair and not seeing a point in living anymore, and then you just, well... If you lose your will to live, then you might as well be dead already. So she's granting peace to those who have lost the will, basically, to live. When they deteriorate, turn into monsters, and die, basically. She said she's gonna sing. She's gonna sing, and however far her voice carries, it's going to bring about the effects of the final days then. That's why people were saying that when they would hear the earth cry out, it was basically her voice reaching it. But yeah, I mean, going back to just what Hermes did and helping Medion do what she said she's going to do, helping her escape and everything. Yeah, he pretty much snapped. They realized, you know, if you guys are gonna keep telling us that we shouldn't value, like, all life, and if it's imperfect we should just make it disappear, then we shouldn't be an exception to that. He's just following the same logic that everyone else here does, right? If it's flawed, return it to Ether and try again. So everything that's happening with the final days is just Hermes' last test, an experiment, to see if people can find a meaning in life, despite how pointless it might seem. To find a meaning and to want to live for something. And those who do will. Those who don't. Medion kills them. It's very, I said it before, a few streams ago. It's a very personal theme in a lot of ways. Yeah, I touched on it before when I talked about mental illness and, you know, the suffering, emotional suffering and anguish, to put it more bluntly.
Emotional damage!
That's what this boils down to. There you go. Emotional damage, yeah. To bring the mood up a little bit. Yeah, this is very, a very personal story. I think it speaks to a lot of people, because we've all been there. We've all had moments of despair, yeah. Not wanting to live. A lot of people have reached that point at some point or another in their life. So, again, I like that they're exploring this. They're not afraid to touch on this theme. Are you feeling at all recovered? I understand that your exertions were more than purely physical, but resting one's body, if only for a moment, is never without merit. Yeah. As for Hermes, I think it unlikely he will create more Entelechy's. He poured much of himself into Meteion, and now that she and her sisters are gone, dissipated in his mind, the grief must be unbearable. He will blame himself. He will believe that, had he never acknowledged his dissatisfaction with the world, then the Metea would have never been born to suffer and die. Yeah. The offer to join the 14 will be a welcome distraction, and one day hence he will face the advent of the final days in the role of Pan Daniel. Yep. Well, I can now fly here. Thou must live, die, and know. Alright, let's fill out the rest of this map, I guess. Yeah, there it is. One last chunk. An unreachable spot without flight. My guess is now I gotta take this, this newfound knowledge to the present day and devise a plan to go find Medion, I suppose. Well, the moon is a spaceship, so we have one. We have a way of intergalactic travel with the moon, at least. We have a way to reach her no matter how far away she is, but... The whole damn situation just stinks. It's just a shame that it had to boil down to this. He posed an existential question, he got the answer, but then for some reason, Medion just, well, she couldn't handle the emotions that came with that dark answer, and she went fucking crazy, and now thinks the most logical conclusion is to kill everything. Basically, she reached the same conclusion as Kuja from FF9. That everything wants to die, and even if it doesn't realize it wants to die, since it's the only way to escape potential suffering and pain, physical or emotional, and that's, you know, then that's what needs to happen. Everything just needs to die. She reached the same conclusion as Kuja. Everything secretly wants to die just to be free of its suffering. And now we gotta prove her wrong. Again, very personal. Because even sometimes we struggle to fight back that nagging way of thinking. I speak from personal experience, again, I can't speak for everyone else, but yeah. For me, yeah, I've been there many times where I question what the point of living is, and I don't want to sometimes, but something in me still wants to live because I've never pulled the trigger, so I'm still here. Something in me still finds meaning in the suffering. The hope that the next day will bring joy and happiness. The will to keep going for those moments, you know? To cherish those moments. With your loved ones, or even without them, whenever you can find joy and happiness. It's, yeah. It's the little things that keep you going. That's all I can say. It's the little things. I know I talked about it before on stream, but yeah, it was... When I was in the hospital, I remember thinking to myself, I don't have too many regrets of things I have left unfinished, so if I die, maybe I'll be okay with it. But I do have a few. I do still have a few things I still wanted to do. A few little things that I still wanted to do. I guess that was enough to keep me going, because nothing happened. I survived my ordeal, and here I am. So yeah, I got my answer from my body or my subconscious mind those nights in the hospital. I definitely did. Some part of me still wants to live, so here I am. And yeah, I don't regret it. I enjoy life. I do. I think everyone does. No one who says they want to die actually wants to. They're just trying to escape from something that's causing them a lot of pain and they don't know how. I think that's really what it is. We all just want to get away from whatever's hurting us. And when you feel like you're out of options, that's when you start resorting to falling into despair and wanting to die, right? But that's all it is. We just want to escape whatever's causing us suffering, whether it's temporary or not. That's all it really is. And then that comes back to what I was saying yesterday, right? That is why we need each other. Our friends, our family, our loved ones, everyone. We always need someone there to help be a pillar of support in our darkest hours. So that we can come back to reason and realize that there's still more to live for. No matter how hopeless it might seem at certain moments, there's still something there to live for. Never over till it's over, right? But you need people in your life to remind you of that. You can't do it alone. Hence the theme of unity and all the other stuff we've been seeing, like what we saw in the role quests. We have to be there for each other. Whew. Alright. I think I'm done getting really personal. I told you, this story speaks to me. Everything that's happening, it speaks to me quite a bit, so I couldn't help myself. So I apologize if I got a little, feels too real or whatever, I don't know. Feels bad, man, I don't know. But, it's just, I had to get that off my chest. It's just speaking to me a lot. So yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do. We gotta go back to the present and then find a way to reach Medion and end her song. Her song of death, I guess, and despair. Sometimes it's the littlest things that can give away some things like that. Disappointing, but the internet is the internet. And for anyone wondering what the hell I'm talking about right now in this moment, I'll say something about it later. When it feels more appropriate. But I'll leave it at that. What part is this? What's the title of my stream? Well, I'll check it after I shut it down. But yeah, I can remember that though. Let me take a screenshot of this. I'll remember to talk about what I was rambling about right there in the last few seconds. Much later. But yeah, for now I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go eat so I can continue living. And take care of some stuff, and then I'll be back to stream some more later as always. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. As always, thank you all very much for watching. To those of you who watch all the way to the end, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me kind of bare my soul a little bit. It's difficult to get really personal in a public setting like this, but I kind of felt like I had to. Thank you for hearing me pour my heart out a little, about my own personal issues, existential or otherwise, and, yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the support on YouTube and Twitch, wherever you choose to watch, and Crimson, thank you very much for coming by in person and watching as I record this video. It's not easy for me to talk about these personal things, but sometimes I feel like I have to get it out there. Especially when it's, well, yeah, specifically when it relates to what's happening here. I feel like it's important for me to speak in that, off the cuff in that moment. It's hard to, that's why I pause a lot and say a lot. But yeah, it is what it is. So until next time, please take care of yourselves, everyone. Look after each other. Stay safe out there. And emphasis on the look after each other part. Because like I said, that's the only way we get through dark times like this. When we feel like all is lost and there's no point in continuing to live on, we have to look to each other for strength. To be pillars of support for each other and keep each other going. So please, look after each other. And until next time, please have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. I will be back later though. It's still pretty early in the day, don't worry. I will come back. But for now, I gotta go. Bye everyone. Take care.